Welcome to the Czechoslovak Nationality Room at the University of Pittsburgh. As you watch the video with 360-degree views and still pictures, you will be introduced to some of the side paths available for research about this historic space. The Czechoslovak Room was dedicated in 1939. It was designed and fundraised during the time when the Czech and Slovak peoples were joined as one sovereign nation. Much about that union is shown in this room. In 1918, U.S. President Woodrow Wilson, interested in having the many ethnic groups previously under imperial domination by the Austro-Hungarian and Ottoman empires, was keen to support Czechs and Slovaks' desires to form a separate and sovereign country. More than any other, the man who achieved that political goal was Tomáš Garrigue Masaryk. In 1918, Masaryk held a massive rally in Pittsburgh to support creation of the new country. The result was the signing by area Czechs and Slovaks of the Pittsburgh Agreement. This document directly influenced Wilson's decision. Previous agreements to consider unity after the imminent defeat and downfall of the Austro-Hungarian Empire preceded the meeting in Pittsburgh, but the May 31, 1918 agreement paved the way for unification with American approval. The site where the agreement was signed is now marked on Penn Avenue in downtown Pittsburgh with a Pennsylvania historical marker. A copy of the agreement is seen in the Czechoslovak Room display case. Masaryk would be installed as the first president of Czechoslovakia later in the year 1918. His portrait is visible throughout the room. In the display case there are photos of him, and there is a bronze bas-relief of his profile. Flanking this bas-relief are words that were his motto, meaning "Truth prevails." The creation of Czechoslovakia unified a number of ethnic groups, and this is shown by the portraits. They feature both Czechs and Slovaks. Also appearing are Saints Cyril and Methodius, Byzantine Greeks who brought Christianity and modified their alphabet to create the new Glagolitic alphabet for the Slavic people. The Latin alphabet is dominant now in the Czech Republic and Slovakia, but the presence of Carpatho-Rusins in these lands is why their inclusion and the roots of their alphabet are honored in this room. The portraits also include images of Bohemian Jan Hus, a religious reformer, and Moravian Jan Komensky, an educational reformer. Much about this room turns one's attention to themes of unity, reform, and creativity. One of the famous Moravian Czechs at the time of this country's creation was an artist named Alphonse Mucha. Mucha was famous for his Art Nouveau posters, magazine covers, and illustrations. There was hardly an area of art, public and private, that he did not contribute his imagination to. Murals, packaging design, copyright-free style books, jewelry, and sculpture. Mucha's career was mostly spent in Paris, and for a short while, the United States. Later in life, he moved back to Prague to create a huge mural cycle called the Slav Epic as a gift to his people. His interest was to provide a national visual touchstone for his fellow citizens. He also designed his nation's first currency in 1919. As a Slav patriot and Freemason, Mucha was interrogated by Nazi occupiers in 1939. He died just a few months later. His story parallels in one way an object created by another artist of this room, Otakar Španěl. He was the sculptor who made the bas-relief of Masaryk. He also designed one of Czechoslovakia's best-known coins. This coin, shown here, pictures a young woman with a sheaf of wheat. After 1948 and the communist takeover, the model Španěl used was jailed as a patriot, but the communists kept using her image on the coin. We see that the art can be used to promote national ideas, but also be the target of control for political purposes. One last artist to consider is the painter of the ceiling and wall murals. Karel Zvolinský, with his wife Maria, created the paintings. Botanical images decorate the ceiling, and on the walls are fantasy images of trees that grow many different types of leaves and fruits. Familiar plants that are seen are strawberry, dandelion, and violets. Zvolinský died in 1986, having been a book illustrator, a painter, a scenic artist, and a teacher. Throughout the room, there is a theme of unity, making the Czechoslovak Room one of the most layered spaces to stand in and look around. This room provides lessons on nature, local and world history, virtues of an educated person, and language, all as markers of one's identity. As you perhaps research the lives and work of some of these people, you will gain a nuanced appreciation of the Czechoslovak Room. Though the country does not politically exist anymore, the inspiring fuel behind its creation and representation are universal lessons bound to no political borders.